Good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you are watching this. It's me, Brian from Tottenham On Tour, with a video that I wanted to do. That just came to my head actually. What I wanted to do is just have a little chat about the back five yesterday and how they've been doing in general throughout the season. Obviously, we got the 1-0 win against Burnley. And everyone's been giving their match reviews and thoughts. And I thought, you know what, let's break down and have a little chat about the defence. After a week of Liverpool, the Filth, and then the 1-0 win against Burnley. If someone had said to me in those three games, you would have conceded one goal, and Romero would have been out for two of those games, I would have said, my God, you're in cloud cuckoo land. But we're not. This is reality. And here we are. So, going to go across the back line. We'll go from right to left. So, obviously, let's start with Emerson. Emerson, who has been the butt of jokes, the number one person for criticism, by myself as well. And I'll say Emerson Royale has come in for a lot of criticism from fans. And on all kinds of channels, he is really had to deal with it and go through a lot. And if we look at it from the Liverpool game onwards, where I think he was man of the match, this week has been a brand new Emerson. Or as Jose Mourinho would say, maybe Emerson's brother has turned up. Against Liverpool, for me, he was without a shadow of a doubt man of the match. Very easily. Putting a great shift against Arsenal, and again yesterday. You look when he came off, you cannot say anything other than Emerson put in a shift, and that Emerson did us proud. Yes, there's stuff he needs to work on. I commented once, Alistair Gold said, and I stood by it. When Emerson takes a cross, the best thing we can hope for is a corner, which unfortunately is true. But he's improved on everything, and even had a cracking shot. And when I was on We Are Tottenham TV doing my post-match fan show, I said he channeled his inner Roberto Carlos. Rez said Tom Huddleston, so we went down the Brazilian and Tottenham route. And then I said his Emerson Huddleston, or his Thomas Royale, whichever way you want to look at it. So do you know what? As I always say with Emerson, with people, if we're big enough to criticise, we have to be man enough or woman enough to give praise, and Emerson Royale certainly does that over the last three games. And do we need to upgrade on him? Yes, 100%. But is this a more convincing and a more confident Emerson that we have? Yes, I would say it was. I would say it was. And at least he ends the season on some kind of a good form, and we'll see who comes in. And I'm not getting into that on this video. But I feel a little bit more confident if he's there now than I did a week ago. Now, I'm not going to talk about Royale because I'm talking mainly about the back five that started yesterday. So we come on to Davinson Sanchez. Obviously, when Romero was ruled out on Thursday and the rumours started, and I think We Are Tottenham TV mentioned it way before it happened, and then we all heard it, everyone would have been deflated. Everyone would have been deflated with seeing his name on the team sheet. But once again, and people will know I've been a fan of Davinson Sanchez. I think there's a player there, and he was doing very well when Romero got injured at the beginning of the season or earlier on in the season, and he did well. And do you know what I've realised with Davinson Sanchez is when he comes in, his first few games he plays well. But then he gradually gets worse the more he plays, which is unlike any other player I know who needs minutes to get to top form. He put in a very good display against Arsenal. Let's face it, the whole team did. I gave everyone a 10. And again yesterday, another clean sheet, another victory, and he played well. What I have noticed in those two games we've just spoken about is at the very beginning of the match he played a very wayward sideways pass. I think that's his good luck charm. Once he does that, it's like, okay, he's going to have a good game. But let's face it, Davinson Sanchez came in, had a job to do, and he did it. And I think yesterday, and against Arsenal, he was a good player. I think he did his job well. Do I think he may be out the door in the summer? He could be one of those. He could be one of those, but what we can say is he's come in, he had a job to do, and whether you like him or not, or you think he had a good game or not, 2 clean sheets in the games that he's been there. Forget the opposition who they were. 2 clean sheets is 2 clean sheets. So Sanchez can hold his head high. Then we come on to obviously Eric Dyer, who has been so solid, so solid for us this season. He looks so much more comfortable in a back 3 as opposed to a back 2. And again, another solid performance. He is very Marmite with the supporters, isn't he? But he's done well. His passing, I think, was a bit wayward yesterday, a little bit more wayward. But again, clean sheet. He's definitely the communicator. He's definitely the organiser. And one more game to go, and we can honestly say he's had a great season to his capacity and for what we've needed him to do. Not saying he is great, but I think he's had, for his standards, a great season. But now we come on to the other 2, who are the 2 I mainly want to talk about. Ben Davies. Ben Davies, for me, this week has been absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. One brilliant performance against Liverpool. Really good. And he put his body on the line like a Michael Dawson did. Like Michael Dawson used to, really put his body on the line and came up with a couple of sensational blocks. And the same against Arsenal. And with Arsenal, he really started to play well, and he's done very well. From a player when Conte came in that was on the way out, or people wanted out, he has had an outstanding season, and you can really see the discipline and experience of him, especially in that Arsenal game. In that Arsenal game, he had to watch himself after picking up an early yellow card like Rob Holding did, but we all know what happened with him. And when it came to Ben Davies, he stood up and showed how disciplined he is, how mature he is, the experience and know-how. And throughout all this time when we said we've got bad eggs or players that aren't good enough, that may be the case. That really might be the case. But when it comes down to it, I think what you have to say is, Ben Davies, take a bow. Take a bow. You really have been an integral part of the defence this season. There's no argument with that in my eyes. And what I also think he has done very well is enable the next person I want to talk about, Ryan Sessegnon, to build some confidence up. He seems to be helping him see through games. And Ryan Sessegnon, and I was speaking about this weeks ago, for me, as a left wing back, is a hell of a lot better than Sergio Reguilon at left wing back. At left back, it's different, where Reguilon I think may be the better option, but I think he's off. But Sessegnon, it's all about keeping him fit and getting some confidence in not only his game but his body, because so many times at Fulham he just used to use his pace, open his legs, run down the line and get crosses in or do what he had to do, whereas with us I see him checking in a lot, checking in because he doesn't want to open his body up and look for a pass inside. But now he's had 3 runner games back to back, and we're starting to see again the assist against Liverpool. He played well against Arsenal, and he had another good day today. He understands this role that Conte wants, and I think Conte really likes him, and they've just got to work out what this injury is. They've just got to work out how they treat it, how they go about it, and how they try to eliminate it, because I think we do need another left wing back, a more experienced one that's ready-made to come in to give competition to Eriksen, to give competition to Sessegnon, to help him push that level, like we do with Davies and Rose and Walker and Trippier. So we've seen it. If we can get a full pre-season out of him, and Conte can work with him hard in the pre-season, and we get another left back to push him, or left wing back, sorry, I really think there's a player there. I really, really think there's a player there. And let's wait and see. I mean, we've got Norwich next. I think Sessegnon's blatantly starting that, and hopefully, I can't remember if this will be the first time he's played 4 games back to back. I think it might just be. So yeah, that's my breakdown of the back 5. Jesus Christ, maths with me at the moment is awful. I'd love to know all your thoughts and comments about either a specific player or an individual player. Oh, sorry, what is wrong? Even my English. Specific, individual, or a collective. And give me your rankings out of season. Even grade them A to F in what you would give them. But things are looking good. Let's just hope the manager is backed. But yeah, there's my breakdown of the back 5, an impromptu and quick video. And like, comment, share, subscribe, help us keep growing the channel. We have some new stuff coming out, more to be revealed later this week. And yeah, enjoy your Monday, enjoy your week. Come on, you Newcastle. And I can't say what I want to say because I've got with Paddy Hartnett a curfew, so I will say back Conte.